bruh, Everson Griffin. Somebody want to talk to me about how this happened. Somebody want to talk to me because he wasn't in the conversation. We was talking about Clowney. We was talking about other people. We was talking about just running what we got and going to camp with it. But Everson Griffin 1 year $6 million, which is crazy. So the roundtable got to come together and we got to react to it. So first of all, fellas, thank y'all for being here. Footsie King, Law Nation, Koye Media. We all here right now. None of us late. Technically, but fellas, let me get y'all thoughts, man. Foots, what's happening? Everson Griffin,
dog. It's so crazy. It's like we just got a player who just has consistently gotten better.
Sure.
And it's weird. Like his career path, he got better with age. And it's like normally you come in and you're as you're younger years, you're better. Like he's just continued to grow.
Sure.
Last 4 or 5 years, he's been in the playoff. I mean, he's been in the Pro Bowl.
Right.
I mean, I can go on and on. I know you guys have watched a bunch of film, but just an instant upgrade. And it's just one of them things. And I'll shut up and listen. Something gonna stick on this damn defensive line. Something gotta stick. You hear me? So that's me.
I just think it's so impressive. Hold on, Okoye got 2 streams open. So Okoye, which one of these working? Okay, I'm gonna leave both of them, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But let me just say this before I ask Law. I just think it's so impressive, dog, that if you look at like Tyrone Crawford, who's a former starter, you know what I mean? You look at Antoine Woods, former starter, Randy Gregory, Aldon Smith, former starters. Them dudes is backups now. Them dudes on our bench. You can take them dudes. I just did a video about our lineups or whatever, right? You can take them dudes and you can make a whole nother first string D line with it and put it somewhere else and somebody be happy with it. And that's our backups now. Like D-Log, Griffin, Poe and McCoy, that's sick, man. That's sick. Antoine Woods.
They said that was the Pro Bowl. They said that was the Pro Bowl 2 years ago.
That was
minus Poe. That's wild.
And look, these like they not in they super primes no more. But like Everson Griffin was just whooping Tyron Smith last year. You know what I mean? Like this was recent. Like Duntari is still 340 and can run around a little bit. Like this is still recent. D-Law's still great. So I just got to shout out to Joneses, man, for just being proactive and change, man. Law Nation, what you think about all this, man?
Yeah, before I go into that, man, I really appreciate you guys. They say a good name is greater than silver and gold. And when somebody smear your name and put your name out there in the wrong light, and for you guys to come for my defense, man, that's everything. Voch Lombardi, Footsie King, Koye Media, and all of Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate you guys. Real recognize real, and I really appreciate that from the deep in the bottom part of my heart.
Let's talk about that for a minute, man. We Huawei Bad Boy as a staff, a record label, and as a crew. You know what I mean? We take this community thing so serious, Law, and it's easy to say something, right? It's easy to say something and just talk. You can go on that post, and everybody should know what we talking about. Blogging the Boys was kind of coming at Law Nation or whatever. But if you go on that post, the responses, not only from us, like the YouTubers or whatever, but the audience. You know what I mean? The people that sub to us, the people that watch us, the people that got faith in us, that response was incredible, man. Yo, bro, you bugging, bro. Get over yourself, bro. I'm unclicking, I'm unfollowing, bro. Law, good dude. They were, and somebody just said some gospel and it got like 70 some retweets or whatever. They said that they nervous. They said they nervous about them YouTube boys over there, man. That thing kept retweeting and notification on my phone all day, man. Listen, I be saying this, and it sounds like I'm starting a revolution or like I be trying to cuss and talk crazy to people just for the sake of talking crazy, but they watching us. They see us, and they know who we are. They can't just little boy us. They can't talk to us like we just the little YouTube guys right now. We're peers almost. You know what I'm saying? And we have something that they don't have, because they may have all these Twitter followers that don't really mean nothing, but they can go to YouTube and have 2,000 subs for a damn year and a half because their content ain't about shit. I'm looking right at them. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to
And
him.
we
Talk
all
to him
we
about
all we all cover the same content. We all live relatively in the same city. If we're in the same room, we gonna have a conversation with you, player. We not advocating violence, but something on your chest. And as men, I feel like we can have conversation if there's something on your chest. I'm looking right in the camera. You may not see this, but then again, you might, cause cause you see all the other content. You know what I'm saying? You might be seeing this right now. We see you, and we know that you see us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and it was kind of like I said on Twitter too. Law, with the dude, what's his name? I don't even know the dude's
RJ
name.
Ochoa.
Yeah, RJ. Yeah, that was
Ochoa.
I normally I don't get into all that, but at the same time, I don't have a problem putting a name on it because to me, it was extremely corny. You get what I'm saying to you?
Facts.
And that's why I said, "Oh, you try to call law? Oh, bruh, I'm a rock. That's how, bruh. That's I don't
100.
and these. That's how, like, bruh. That's why I ain't mind calling them out on Twitter because at the end of the day, it's 100% what Voch just said. A lot of these dudes won't be stand up and admit that they're envious of us
Right.
because though we don't have the bells and whistles, for some odd reason, Okoye getting views. For some odd reason, Voch getting views. For some odd reason, Law getting views. We all cover the same stuff. We all have different perspectives. Hell, me and Okoye, we'll argue for 2 hours about something, but we can come together and it's genuine.
Yeah,
But
and that's
one thing that you're not gonna do, I'm not gonna let these goofy, you know what,
These goof ass
talk
hoes.
to my nah and that but we know I'm not gonna let them carry
right,
one of mine like that. I don't
Right.
right,
care. That's on me.
right.
So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that, Law. You know how I go. I don't
Yeah,
Appreciate it, fam.
nah.
Appreciate it.
and you already know, man. My whole future as far as and past as far as broadcasting or analysis, breakdowns, whatever you want to call it. You know, I owe it to you because I was watching you first. So, and when I walked into this, obviously, if we carried that same energy, I wouldn't even exist because a lot of the things I didn't
Correct.
even know. You told me without having to tell me, you know, and you never had to help none of us. You ain't had to help me. So every time I came up with a question, regardless, you always answered it or helped me or led me towards a link or an app or anything. I never got a no or a brick wall or any backhanded compliments, nothing from you, bro. You always been one of the most genuine. All y'all been very genuine with me. And y'all see, like, even with me, I'll go at anybody. But even when I've gone back and forth with other YouTubers, I won't name no names, but even with that, it's never been anything like knuckle dragging at all. Like I don't even think like that. It's always something funny to me or something goofy to me. I'm never taking it personal. Yeah. It's like WWE to me, for real. I just talk shit. But the way he came off at it, and I think you spoke on that, Voch, when he said like still and lame, it's like that had like a tone of hate in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can you, how can you even look at another person and or fan of anything? Like somebody who giving their heart, like you say, you it's all coming from the heart. You give your heart to what you do and to your craft. All of us do. So how can you look at somebody from that angle without it being anything other than envy or straight up jealousy? Like there's no other way. Like if you want to break that down or unpack that, there's no other way to unpack that without it coming off that way, because that's exactly what that is. Like that's just straight up hate.
I didn't appreciate him saying it's not that serious. Then why did you make the tweet?
No,
It's not that serious.
It was that serious. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I didn't like
it's not
him
that
saying that.
it's not that serious. It was like more so him saying, please don't go in on me. That's what he was really saying.
You're not
He said,
allowed.
y'all don't go on me like that, y'all. Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
You're not
But when
allowed.
the gazelle approached the lion,
My whole thing though, bro.
what the lion supposed to do then?
My whole thing, man. My whole thing is you're not allowed to call me lame from your burner account. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tell me who you are.
Right.
Tell me who you are so we can talk. Identify. I need to see some ID. I need to see some ID.
Blogging? What is blogging? Who is? I don't even want to say the name on him.
RJ Ochoa.
I'm gonna treat him like fucking Voldemort. He don't got a name.
I ain't.
Get out of here.
I'm young enough to still want smoke. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I want all that smoke too. I hear you, and he gonna get it. I'm not even
That's
playing. Like I'm gonna figure out a way to put him into some sort of content in a unique way. But it was beyond funny to me. Like if it was something where one of you guys poked at me or something, I probably would have poked at you in a video just as comedy. But it wasn't even about nothing that I wanted to take or any of us wanted to take to no content. It was like, yo, that was really because I watch all y'all. I've been watching y'all since the beginning, and I watch all y'all build YouTube empires. That's what we all building right now. Everybody building their shit up. And Law, you like the Kevin Hart of this shit, no bullshit at all. So when somebody
Law is OG.
so when somebody take a shot at that, knowing how much work you put in, knowing that you got your little girls that you take care of, your wife you take care of, and this is part of what feed that. So not like you need that, you got other shit. But I'm just saying. Don't, and that's the other thing. Don't come kick fucking food out my kids' mouths or anybody I know. That's super corny. I tell y'all, I don't even like commenting on players' salaries because of that very same reason. I don't like speaking on other men's money. But when you come and try to take another man's money by shooting at his character or his brand, that's beyond corny. You deserve your ass whipped for that. I'm for real.
That's why I said that. That's why I use that word corny. And this is my last point too, and I'm done with it. The truth is, and this is the truth, y'all. They can't tap into YouTube like we have. For whatever reason, the content that they put out is 100% like Voch said. We have that market, and they're mad about that.
Sure.
And that's what it is. We've cornered the market. We're good at what we do. We each have a lane and a niche. We each have fans and following, and whatever the case. And there's a couple more of us. We know Mark and other guys, Shango. They do great
shout
work
out to
as
Mark.
well.
Shout out to
still.
Especially I fuck with the youngin, man. I like it.
Yeah, I like
Big
bro
Game
too.
James.
Big Game James is my dog. 1980s. I bang with everybody. Joe Rod, but he is one who can't tap in. He can't.
Yeah.
And it burns him up. And it's like you said, it's that envy. Man, who gonna hate on Law, bro?
Right.
Law that dude. Law, you been that dude, bro. I've been watching you and Voch for a minute before I even jumped in the game. When Voch was doing all college. Man, what's his name? Law, you been that dude. Anybody hating on you, they got a problem with me. And that's what I said. He's corny. Bam is just corny.
I appreciate that, fam.
Yeah, man. This is what we've built over here. I had a point. I forgot what I was about to say. I'm sure it was something degrading on his point. I was gonna say some evil shit, but I forgot. Fuss made me forget with all this.
Yo, they done kicked the wrong beehive, dog.
With all this. Yes. I do not want to move on without saying this. I want to give a shout out to Jeff Cavanaugh. You know what I mean? Let me be 100% transparent with y'all. I get nervous when I see new people in the area. You know what I mean? So when I see people moving a little bit, I get a little nervous. But not only did he hop on that post, defended Law, defend other YouTubers like this whole house of ours, but he went on his national syndicated radio show on radio.com. He talked about how wrong they were, and he shouted us all out on his he ain't had to do that. No,
he did not.
At his job, he did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He stopped everything and shouted out what we did. So I consider him an ally. I hopped in his inbox. He's a cool dude. Me and him DM back and forth a little bit. He might come on my channel during draft season. We talk some draft. I just couldn't move forward without, you know what I'm saying, shouting him out. So when y'all hear us talk about these people that we about to go to war with, it ain't him. Cavanaugh's an ally because he ain't had to do that. I really rock with what he did.
Yeah, that was cold.
But football though, gentlemen, football. That was fantastic, man. People gonna know that we ride with each other, you know. But
they know this ain't for show. Yeah,
this ain't for play.
Right, this is real, man.
Right,
real deal.
This ain't for play. Law Nation, Everson Griffin though, Everson Griffin.
I mean, when we got George Edwards, I said the first thing George Edwards need to do is pick up the phone, call Everson Griffin, and say, "What's up, man? You want a cup of coffee?" Yeah. And exactly, hopefully, that would happen, you know, because now we got a dog on that side that we don't even have to have him to play 60 snaps, right? He can just do 20 to 24 snaps, and you can put in the Aldon Smith, or you can put in Tyrone, whoever. If we get Randy, get down Gregory back, man, that side solidifies everything. I kind of hearken this to you remember Michael Strahan when they went on to that run
Sure.
with the Giants and they just ripped havoc when they got to the playoff because
Sure.
they had so much experience on the outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
They
what this
had
team pretty much is, but better.
they had him. They had Tuck. They had Yuma Ura, and Matthias Kiwanuka was getting some too.
Yeah, I remember that name.
That's a name for your ass.
Nuka.
Kiwanuka. So they had waves of pass rushes. I think we have waves of pass rushes, and something else too that I think
Better
is
than
important. Absolutely, is that I think we can finally keep Tyrone Crawford inside now. Keep him at 3 tech.
Yeah.
We ain't got to move him around and play dominoes with him, man. Leave him inside and let him rock. Cause that's where we need him at the most.
Yeah, I agree.
Koye Media.
And,
I know you're.
here's what I think too. Before Koye go,
Go ahead, Lo.
they just released my dog Jalen Jelks. He might be merged over to the practice squad. Who knows? But he wore number 96. So I'm thinking that Everson Griffin might wear number 96. I'm just guessing.
I think he's gonna snatch Tristan Hill's number from him.
They're gonna swap it.
They're gonna young boy him, like young boy. Give me that.
Jalen
Give me
Jones.
that 97.
Jalen Jones can go, but you know what? That lets you know how far we've come. Because once upon a time, we were saying things like, "Yo, I hope Jalen Jones can develop into da da da." I like Jalen Jones, but now we like, "Hey, we ain't got time to be holding on to these young kids, man. We gotta let them go." Look, you either got to shoot or get off the pot, Jalen Jones. You ain't showed me enough. Koye, how you feel about the acquisition of Everson Griffin?
I had a lot of other things to say, but you just kind of put light on something for me.
Yeah.
You remember Green Bay? I think it's a Mike McCarthy effect.
Okay.
Because you remember Jason Garrett had more so a grassroots, homegrown type of feel when it comes to players and player development. A lot of the players that we like, we grew them.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Whereas Mike McCarthy, you remember he went out and got a Julius Peppers who had some life left.
Yeah.
He went out and got a Charles Woodson and won himself a Super Bowl, had some life left. Ted Thompson before the McCarthy era went out and got a Reggie White who still had some life left and got himself a ring. You know what I mean? So Green Bay had that philosophy where they would bring in a veteran who had some shelf life left, who would not only teach a culture to the younger guys, but would take and elevate an already pretty good unit. Instead of just saying, "Hey, we're solid here. Let's overdo it." And I had a habit of that in everything that I do personally. Like, hey, don't just do good enough, just overdo it so it's done. And I think that's what we've done now when it comes to defense, or at least up front. We can still use some more linebackers and some. I think our secondary is pretty good at this point. But up front, though, I think that's the approach they're taking. And I think it's the Mike McCarthy effect, because this wasn't something that we were doing with Jason Garrett. I wouldn't say we didn't do it with Parcells, because we did. I wouldn't say we didn't do it prior to that, because you had the Dion move and things like that, where Jerry had been known for it as well. I think he stopped with Jason Garrett because of that, because of, I guess, his philosophy. But how I feel about it, man. Can we just go ahead and say we're gonna be a 3-4 team now? Can we do it? I don't know why we keep arguing about this.
I don't think we are. I don't think we are.
3-4 now, man.
Well,
it's like we got too much talent outside, like too much defensive end talent to not try to incorporate a new crawl or a hybrid scheme to keep a lot of these guys on the field. It's like I don't know who to take off the field, man. Like Randy Gregory. It was a time where we would have said, if we can get Randy Gregory back. Now then we was like, all right, if we can get Aldon Smith, man, and now it's like, oh, Everson Griffin, Aldon Smith, Gerald McCoy, Dantari Poe. I haven't even named our players that played for us last year, and I'm still happy with that. No Law, no Woods, who balled for us and who was asked to do a lot more and made a lot of plays out of his gap. Yeah. And he's a big dude doing that. Like, he was chasing shit down, jumping over guys, jumping over cut blocks, all that. And he's not even asked to be that what Dantari Poe is already. He's not asked to be a version of that. He's just, hey, just go out and do your job. And I think that's just, it's unfortunate that we have in this type of year with this sickness because I would love to see a full season, and I'm hoping that we have one, because I can't see anything other than that stopping us from winning the fucking Super Bowl right now, bro.
I don't really think we're gonna have a problem getting guys on the field. Now we probably won't be in a situation where we just gonna rush all 5 of our defensive ends at the same time. We just gonna put Randy Gregory at nose, and you know what I'm saying, put 2 guys at 3 and 2 guys at 5. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I just think that you're gonna save your best rushers for the end of the game. You know what I mean? So that could be D-Log, Griffin, Randy, and somebody. I don't know.
I think I said that to you though, because just me, I was one of the guys who wanted to go to 3-4 and wanted to sort of move Jalen around. So now I know Jalen's stuck on the inside. There's no need for Jalen to be out there, But I wanted to move Jalen around and see him at defensive end at 3-4. And I felt like that was the only way we would get that. I don't think we're going to get any of that now, or not much of it, because it's just a log jam out there.
Well, and so the one player that I just don't want us to forget about is Bradley and Anae.
Foots, we have to though. Foots,
he's a young pup.
There's nothing Bradley and I can do for you now. That's it.
Nothing he could do that you give a damn about. Like Bradley and I versus versus Edwards is like, come on, man.
I see you next year. I see you next year, Bradley.
Well, I think that in a 3-4 stand-up look, he can give you something. Botch.
Okay, but
I see what you're saying.
But who do you take off the field to put there? Because
yeah.
I think in the 3-4 DN look, he can play 3-4 DN.
Yeah, he can put his hand on it there too. Yeah, he can.
Yeah. I think he's better that way. He's not really he doesn't play the run as well as he pass rushes, and he's a 2-gapper all day, and Voch loves those 2-gapping stand up strong wall type of players.
I hate those.
No, he's not gonna beat out Everson Griffin, or he's not gonna beat out any of our top dogs. No.
So here's my thing though, right?
I just like him a lot.
My thing,
no, you good, but I just like him a lot.
My thing though is we're talking about 3-4 and getting those guys on the field. I like all those guys going forward. I don't want any of those guys going backwards. You know what I mean? So if we line up 3-4, somebody's not going to be coming forward. Somebody's going to have to go backwards or something, and I'm not going to like that. Like D-Law don't need to be going backwards. So I just think we just going to have to, find out who's the best pass rushers. I'm about to ask y'all that in a minute. But we just going to have to run droves of, I don't think that Aldon Smith is going to be in the fourth quarter pass rush tandem. Not because he's bad, but you just got to be better than Randy or like Griffin, you know what I'm saying? I think D-Law locked up for his side unless you take him off and put Randy on the other side. You see what I mean? So I'm about to ask y'all that in a second, but there's this camp note that came out that makes this shit all the more interesting, right? Because we've all had this conversation that if we can get anything out of Aldon Smith, we'll be good. Right, so we've all been looking around Twitter, hitting
in the best shape of his life,
hitting that damn refresh button, right? And I was looking for quotes like, Aldon Smith taking it one day at a time. Aldon Smith just, trying to get back in shape. He over there with Brett Brown and Leo Collins trying to get in shape. We saw he beat Tyron Smith. And look, if you beat Tyron Smith one time, you can get a contract somewhere else. So
let me say this. Go ahead.
Let
me say this.
Go ahead, Foots.
In the offseason, when we signed him, and Jay Glazer reported he was in the best shape of his life. I remember Jay Glazer said he would put his job. He would put his job on the line for Aldon Smith when he got sober, and he said he had been training at his gym every day. And sometimes that's like off-season speak, but it's like now, because when I saw that video too, right, Okoye, and like dog, he's in shape, bro.
I saw the pictures of him. That boy,
Would you dare to say that Aldon Smith, who's not distracted by off-field issues, no alcoholism,
he's sober,
and would you say that he might be better than he was and fresh?
He's sober.
Even when he was coming out of college, he wasn't fresh.
Yes,
because he was playing in college. He has fresh legs. And he's in the best shape of his life with a clear mind. I think we were going to get a better version of Aldon Smith than we got before.
That's a damn shame.
I can't stress this too, to piggyback on what you just said, Okoye. I just want people to really understand how good Aldon Smith was. Like, dog, he was like a top 3 rusher at one point.
19
Like,
sacks. 19 and a half sacks.
And then his run stopping ability, setting the edge is ridiculous too. If you look at McPhee, what's his name? Pernell McPhee was one of the best edge setting 3-4 ends or just ends period in the league. And I think D-Law is up there too when it comes to stopping the run to his side. Aldon Smith was a beast with that as well. And they don't even talk about that's not even talked about. But he was a pass rusher along with that. So if you take McPhee and whoever you want to name as a marquee, Simeon Rice type, whatever type of guy you want to name, I can't even give a comparison for Aldon Smith because I haven't seen a guy other than maybe, and Javon Curse wasn't that big, man. So I can't even say that. Like I haven't seen a guy that can move like that, but that's that massive and that strong as well. I don't know one.
So let me
Bruce
ask you this.
Smith, maybe.
Let me ask you this. So who's the best pass rushers on your team then, Law? Like who's your top 3 pass rushers on the team?
It's still going to be D-Law. I think that his hand placement, his get off on the line when healthy, is just pretty much second to none. And on top of that, on this particular team, because the quarterback, think about it, he plays on that particular side. The quarterback can see him. Now, the other guys got to go against the best tackle on the team, which is the left tackles. But the way D-Law can get off and the way he's going to demand 2 to 3 guys on him, you're going to see your boy McCoy eat. You're going to see your other guy, Poe, and all of those boys and big boys in the inside eat. And they're going to have to rotate the other guys like the Aldon and the Griffin on that side. So I just think that this team is fantastic. I think I heard Cheeto Wouzier say today, the oppressor, that it's weird seeing D-Law standing up. But he is athletic to do it because he caught his first interception standing up. So it's going to be one of those things that is an old wait and see. But I just got to coin D-Law as the best as the best sack guy.
Ooh, I want to talk about that.
Go ahead, Go ahead, Fuzz.
I know y'all gonna say Griffin, and I guess the best bend out of the situation probably be the guy that's not even playing, right? Yeah, he got the best bend, the dexterity, and all that good stuff. But we got to get him reinstated before I start talking glowingly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about full potential, like meaning healthy, and like at their prime, then it's Aldon Smith for me.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah,
I was drum rolling real quietly. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not, bro. I
But
remember
we got to have the Missouri
defense.
rules. You got to be the show me. You got to show me now.
Yeah, no. Oh, show me state. I'm not mad at you for that, Law.
Yeah, I
Now-
feel that. I feel that.
I know this. I know Voch. You quarterbacking this thing, but I want to talk about D-Law standing up at some point.
Go ahead, do your thing.
But yeah, I'm gonna just go Aldon Smith for that. I don't want D-Law. I hope they don't drop him in coverage at all.
Man, you crazy.
Yeah.
You
I
crazy.
don't want that. I don't want that.
Y'all
I
at all.
don't
both
want
crazy,
that.
man.
I don't want
Listen
that.
here, man.
Okoye,
that
no.
Can I ask a
Hey,
question?
you remember before you go? You remember that play that D-Hop caught on us a couple of years back, or what have you?
Sure.
If you look at all of the film, you'll see D-Law getting his butt downfield and making those necessary tackles. Even if you look at the game, we lost to
But
the
Law,
LA Rams. D-Law getting back
Law,
on that
lady,
field. Go ahead.
Law, I guess let's use your Missouri thing and show me. But I just want him coming forward. Like I just don't want him in. I just want him. I don't want him dropping in coverage because I look at it as it's a matchup nightmare. And a good offensive coordinator is gonna find like if they start getting cute.
You thinking about him in man though? Like I don't think we're
No,
gonna see a lot
yeah.
of man coverage.
I don't want him. I don't
zone.
want him backwards at all. Just rush the passer and stop the run like you do. I don't want D-Law going backwards. Now Aldon is probably
Yes.
Aldon is probably built
Bingo.
the best. He's built the best. He can play left end, right end, and like Sam linebacker. I want him doing that kind of shit. But D-Law, I don't want D-Law doing that kind of stuff.
When you watch D-Law was really handcuffed in his defense, man. Like when you watch D-Law make plays, especially last year when people were saying he fell off, right? Where was he making plays?
We don't listen. We don't listen.
He made some plays in the backfield. He makes plays in the backfield. He's gonna be the tank. Always is that. Won't take nothing from him. Respecting the depth. D-Law is hustle man junior, man. He make plays all over the place, just like Jalen does. He's all over the place with it. He got range. So I think he has the range. He reminded me of not reminded me. Alzura Kamara reminded me of Law when it comes to making plays that are not to your side down the field as a big man who runs, straight line like a deer. I'm just here. D Law had a similar play to Azur Kamara in that Minnesota game. He caught Cooks all the way up the sideline, opposite side of the field, running full tilt, and caught him on a shoestring tackle. I'm like, that's D Law, right? So I'm not saying that that's going to happen every play and that he won't get picked on, like you said. Like, you're going to pick on any big man that's in space. You're going to try to pick on Aldon Smith if you can. But that's just like, it's an ebb and flow of 3-4, and that's it. It's like, but what the flip side of that coin is, for everything that you don't like with him moving backwards, you gain as far as deception is concerned. You don't know what D-Law is doing. You don't know what Aldon is doing. So that subterfuge is like the trade-off for that, and I'm good with it because of that. I'm not saying if it was like you just solely want him backing up, then hell no, right? But the idea that he might be backing up creates enough hesitation that we don't even need when you have, like you said, Voch. You don't even really need to trick anybody. You can't double team them anyway. You can't double team nobody. Right. But now you're tricking them. You got stunts in the mix that we already were running anyway. You got blitz. We're gonna blitz more, and you don't know what our ends are doing at all. I love it. I can't say anything about it. I
said on Twitter or whatever that whenever we get the first game film, we're gonna have to drop a lot of film sessions because and then I'm gonna ask y'all this too, whether y'all like this or not. We have no clue what's going on. Like, we have no training camp video. They're not giving us nothing. Okay, so I love it. So let's get into that. So whenever the film come out, we got a lot of shit that we gotta, take notes on and feed the people in terms of information. But Foots, how do you feel about Mike McCarthy saying F y'all cameras? Because at first
I love it.
I thought it was like a COVID protocol or some shit. But he was like, you could take pictures. I just don't want you. I just don't want you taking video. And when love it. And when you're not taking video, I want you to look over that way and not have. So he's basically not showing his hand, and I kind of like that a little bit. Go ahead.
I love it with a capital L. You know why? Go ahead, because guess what? It stops all these people, not these people on this phone call, but it stops a lot of people who don't know the game of football, who haven't studied the game of football, from talking about the game of football.
Blogging the boys. I mean, yeah. Damn.
It stops. It stops a lot of. It stops a lot of like what we're talking about with D-Law standing up and this that. We understand the game on a higher level. A lot of these dudes never been in 3-point stance. You get what I'm saying? They don't, and now you just gotta wait. And I like McCarthy saying no. See, man, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I listen to Mike McCarthy speak, I'm listening to a football coach, bro. It's not to a grown ass man. Yeah, bro.
Grown ass man.
No nonsense.
I'm tuned in because you could just see he not up there cheesing. You could tell he mean business, bro. It's execution.
He don't want to be there for real.
Hey, did you see him? He did not leave Dak Prescott's side. It was no Doug Nussmeier. It was none of the other guys.
Nah, bro.
I told Seneca Wallace. It was coach right there with him. And he's showing him, hey, these are the drills, and he's not over there trying to politically politic.
No clapping.
None of that clapping stuff. I love it because he's working out with all of them. Just the quarterback crew.
I'm gonna tell you too, I'm so glad that you caught on that too, because what I'm noticing and what I see is, boom, he's actually coaching. It's not like coach speak. He's giving them little nuggets. Hey, remember, hey, watch your drop here. Watch it. He's coaching them hard, bruh. It ain't like they buddies out there. You could tell McCarthy not the type of dude that's gonna be trying to be your friend.
And
I like that, bro. Right. Yeah. Cheesing from ear to ear. Well, sometimes these dudes, even though they grown men, the biggest issue with the NFL, and I've said this to you, Voch, that's a major issue. But Voch, when we always do our draft shows, what do I say? A lot of bad teams stop developing in the NFL.
Right.
Development should not stop in the league.
No.
And so, yeah, it's just a refreshing seeing a real coach, bro. It's
Koye.
refreshing.
Yeah, I'll give you that. And on top of that, the idea that no one's gonna know our plays prior to us calling them is great. But when you look at these two units, you just said we got two front line, or two starting defensive lines, in the package right now.
Yeah.
Think about these teams or these units going up against each other day in, day out. You don't even know. We don't know what our offense is even going to be, because they're going to be even better than we anticipated. Not even trying to blow smoke or bubbles or confirmation bias. None of that. No bubbly euphemisms, but just real shit. Just think about it. They're going up against each other every day, so they're going to get better because that unit that they're up against is not only seasoned with more veterans, I think, opposite side of the ball now, at least up front, than on offense. But also, the competition level is just ridiculous, man. So I feel like our offense is going to benefit from it. You don't even know what the strongest unit is at this point, and that's saying something, because when we drafted CD Lamb, I thought the offense was, dare I say, 40 burger central. But now you don't really know, man. Yeah, I like that idea, and I like the fact that teams really don't know what we're coming out the gate with, offensively or defensively at this point, and they won't even get a nod with the film or anything like that. There's nothing else for them to really key in on. So hats go off to Mike McCarthy, and hats go off again, like you said, to the Joneses for even understanding that they needed to kind of back up the way they did with Parcells, back up off the plate a little bit and just let this dude come in and I think that probably was part of the negotiation too, but just let him put his imprint on this team the way it needs to be. And I can see it already. And that's really the more important aspect of him telling the media and telling everyone else it's a blackout. It's him saying, "This my fucking team."
Right.
That's what he's saying.
Right.
That's even more important than anything else.
Nah,
It seems like it's terrible that we got to get to this point to do it though. But it seems like the Cowboys front office, right? They always talk about this triangle of the people that's in charge or whatever, right? It feels like they finally found their groove, right? Because once upon a time we got no free agents, or if we got free agents, they were the dollar costing free agents, and we didn't really get people. But then there was another time,
like a flat tire,
right,
spare.
But then it was a time to where we got people, but we gave up everything to go get them, and we balanced that out, right? And then the coach had too much power, and then we dialed it back, and then the coach wasn't hands-on enough. And I think what we're seeing this offseason is that we're seeing enough player acquisition desperation, the fact that it looked like we playing Madden, it's just that we're not doing it week one like fans want us to do. We're acquiring some of the same kinds of talent of people. I looked up this the other day. You can take Griffin, Poe, McCoy, Aldon, and hilarious Clinton Dix contract and put them together. This year it'll be cheaper than Byron Jones' contract. That's incredible.
That is incredible.
That's incredible.
That was a good one.
That's incredible. And all those guys have an opportunity to come here, shine, and when they leave, they can go just tear shit up somewhere else and get big money, and we get comp picks for that, and it turns into a whole nother cycle. And now we drafting well again, and now we got a coach that's no nonsense, that's pure football, that has a healthy obsession and shit. Like, it seems like all this shit kind of coming together. Dynasty.
Boy.
Hey,
they gonna get us if we go 8-8 this year. They gonna get us. But I don't give a fuck. I'm saying it with you, Voch. Let's ride on it.
On top of that, speaking of coaching, guess what? Tomorrow, the pads come on. That's how quick it is already.
It don't matter, Law.
Monday, the pads coming on. That's crazy.
It don't matter because we can't see no way, so they ain't. I don't even care. They can cancel practice. If I can't see it, I don't want to take part. Shit.
Hey, Law, I know you can answer this. How long did it normally take us? Was he a week out or what was it?
It was normally a week out, because normally they projected like the padded practice was going to be on Wednesday or something. It's already padded practice tomorrow.
So Garrett took longer. I just think, man,
he played it safe, man. He's the type of person. I know this is the PG-13 show, but he's the type of person that wears a condom with his wife. He saves it safe, you know.
Killing it. He still be having he still have the boxes on too.
Right.
like David Chappelle. Do you still have your pajamas on? He's like, yeah. Yo, crazy.
Through the little, you know what I mean?
No, but real shit though, you can't have a non-confront. That's like an oxymoron. How do you have a non-confrontational football coach? That don't make sense.
Guys,
a non-confrontational.
But
Tony Dungy was one, but you know you can't. You can't
Man, that Tony Dungy. You see that stare? You see that stare? Tony
Yeah,
Dungy.
he was a man's man though, right? Like you can't have a non-confrontational football coach, and he was not that type of guy. So yeah, nah, man. Like I'm sold on this, man. It's cool, but that was crazy.
Yeah,
y'all are killing me. One last thing, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Which players do you like that will probably get the short end of the stick because there's no preseason?
That's a great question.
Azura Kamara.
Wait a minute, he gone. He's already gone.
Damn.
Already?
What?
Yeah, they got it. They released him.
Damn.
Golly. Did he get a shot? Did he get on the field?
So who did we let him go to pick up?
I don't even know, but I remember reading that they let him go. So he's gone.
I thought
they got a chance on him.
I know they left. They let Jokes go today.
Yeah.
Or was it today, Law, or one of those days?
And then I'm seeing a text right now that it is confirmed that Griffin will wear number 96 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought he was going to take Tristan's number because he was young, but maybe
Right. Tristan gonna earn that 97, I guess.
Yeah, he gonna have to.
How about?
That's a difficult question, Voch. Good Lord.
But I'm asking, right? But I'm asking, right?
Like surprise cut, Voch.
Guys like John V. Johnson, guys like Donovan Wilson. Those are guys that need preseasons. You know what I'm saying? Because how else they gonna get on the field? Because when the regular season get around, it ain't finna be no damn try this out and see what's going on. Like we lining up and we going. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question, Voch?
Absolutely, sir.
Do you think HaHa makes a team? Because I was gonna say my surprise cut if Donovan Wilson could possibly beat him out.
Oh boy!
But do you think that Mike McCarthy trusts HaHa so much that no preseason he's just gonna make the team because?
Well,
I think he makes it. It's just I'm more so curious.
I want Donovan to beat him out, bro.
I'm more so curious what type of defense we gonna run, because that'll answer your question right there. If we, because I was thinking about this, right? Because I was watching HaHa when he was in Chicago, and they kind of got two frees on their team, and they played it like that. They just played a bunch of cover two, and they manned up on the outside, and they just got pressure up front. So in my mind, if we end up playing some version of cover two, then HaHa may not be the guy that gets benched. Xavier Woods might be the one to get benched because Donovan may have more range than him. You see what I'm saying? Or like if it's a situation where we got two safeties, but sometimes either one of them can be in the box, either one of them can be free. Then HaHa might not make the team because he got to be in the box more. You see what I mean? So it depends on what we're doing as a defense, and we don't know shit because they don't want to let us run cameras in training camp. So we're gonna have to wait and see.
Right.
But beyond that, too, you're right though. You're 100% right because you don't know what type of usage they're gonna use Cheeto in either because. I don't know what they're gonna do with Cheeto. Cheeto might be a safety now, so you might be right. Like if Cheeto's a safety, I don't. Did they say that he's playing safety in practice yet? What are they saying?
Hell no, that's just Cowboy fans and reporters, dog. Ain't nobody said nothing about Cheeto playing safety, but
Damn. So if Cheeto on the outside, then you might. Who knows? But if Cheeto makes safety, then I think he might. You might get what you want there, Foots. You're surprised. I don't want HaHa going though. I like HaHa, and I like him. I like him even if you say he's in the box. Like they did something like that with Charles Woodson. They had him in the box. Woodson wasn't a box safety. He wasn't. He was a good tackler, a good enough tackler, but he wasn't a box safety or a box nickel corner. But they still kept bringing him down there and using him in creative ways. So I can't say they can't do that with Ha, even though he's a lot more light in the ass than Charles Woodson was. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's necessarily out. Last or odd man out, should I say? Voch, sorry about that.
Yeah,
If they ask him to step down into the box more often, I don't think he's odd man out. It just depends on what you're asking him to do down there.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult this week to point out the odd man out. And hey, for those young guys that want to make the team, boy, I'll be all up on Bone Fossil. Hey, you need some water? Hey, Bone, you need some extra towels? Hey, I want to do the kickoff return this week. Hey, I want to run down and be gunner. That's what
the practice has got to be way more intense now that you know you don't have no preseason. You better go hard or go home.
What we got? 3 weeks? 3 more weeks?
Yeah.
I will say this.
That's it, bro.
The very best way to make the team. And listen, this way so ironclad, you know what I'm saying? Like, the best way to make the team and start is to punch Travis Frederick in the face. That's the best way to do it. That's the only way to do it. Because that's what Antoine Woods did. Antoine Woods was nobody, but he punched Travis Frederick in the face, and next thing you know, he's starting for us. That might be what you got to do, man. You might have to start something up in training camp, man. Be seen, because if you ain't seen, you might just fall by the wayside, my guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
y'all have
only men are going to survive this training camp.
this camp. Yeah.
Only men.
Do y'all
No bitching.
Yeah.
do y'all have any topics y'all wanted to hit on that we didn't touch on?
I'm good, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just wanted to get on here and go ham on Blogging the Boys, and I think we kind of did that. That's what I wanted to do. I just want to put my foot up, boy ass. I'm this. I would have slapped him up for that if I'd have known who he was, man. I didn't like that. That was real corny.
Yeah.
I'm not even planning. I didn't like that at all. Because it don't matter what you want to say. You can say whatever you want. Call that man like a man. Like me, people know me and Mark Holmes and had so many disagreements. It's not funny that people thought was super serious.
Sure.
But to this day, Mark Holmes' name in my phone, my name in his phone. We call each other. We will talk, and we done talked it out so many different times. Every time we disagree, so you know, if we could do that, and we not like mortal enemies, no shit like that, but we talk like men. That's what men do. If you don't like something I'm saying, tell me, and I'm gonna tell you why I said it, or I'm gonna, say, "Oh, my fault. I didn't know you felt that way about it." But here we go. That's it. It's not nothing major, man. But for them to do that, they straight off the rip, like y'all script go, didn't collect $200, no nothing. You just went hard. I don't like that. That was just crazy. I don't like that coming from another man at that. Like that was a different type of move. I ain't even gonna disrespect women by putting him on y'all. That wasn't even a woman move. That was a different kind of move.
The funniest
What
thing.
old boy said on the wire? He said, "My name is what?
My name is my name."
My name is my
I
name.
gotta get that back out of retirement.
My name is my name.
My name is my name.
The funny part was he came. I said, and said you was a thief and that you was stealing. And Cavanaugh came up there like, "Fam, you stole my 40 Burger t-shirt and you selling them shits for money." And he act like he smooth, ain't see that shit. He responded to everybody liking everybody else tweet, but he act like he ain't see Jeff tweet. I'm not here for it. But fellas, this was fantastic. We might have to do it again when we actually get football in 3 weeks or something.
Let's do it.
Fuster King, you plug your music. You've been a dad, so you ain't been doing nothing but fishing and changing diapers. But go ahead, Fuster.
meditating and running 80 miles a day.
Right,
that's it. Hey, y'all said everything that I need to do, man. Fuss and Codes, y'all know what time it is, man. Thanks for having me. That's all I do now, y'all, is fish. Just trying to get better at that. I love fishing all of a sudden. And just staying in shape. And you know what? I'm gonna go back to this Mike McCarthy no cameras thing. I love it. It keeps everybody in the dark. It keeps a lot of noise out too.
You know what else?
It keeps a lot of noise out. What's that, bro?
It make you excited about football again because you don't know what the hell is going on.
That's
facts. Every day is Christmas Eve.
I need content. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
We the content, bro. You notice we making videos. Or I know y'all still going. I've been watching y'all. Y'all still rolling. There's a lot of dudes ain't making no damn video because they ain't got no goddamn content. They don't know what to do. Y'all making content.
I got
I've been
somebody.
chilling on purpose. I've been like, look, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this season and get a much needed vacation, which I did. But trust me, the content is there. It's bubbling. I'm ready to go. But I'm like, look, man, I took my time for this year because you already know we went through all of us went through some crazy trials this year.
Yes,
but
sir.
but the Lions is at the gate, man. Both figuratively speaking and then football speaking, man. We right here with it.
Plug your
So yeah,
stuff.
we got it, man.
Plug your stuff.
Okoye Media, man. You already know. Okoye Media. Y'all can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram under the same name. Find me on Twitter, which I guess I need to be a lot more active on Twitter because I'm seeing what it's used for. When you need to put your virtual foot up somebody's ass, you got to get on Twitter and get it popping because sometimes it takes too long to make a video, and I needed to get on him. So let's make sure y'all following that and following all our Twitter and IG pages as well, because you'll see we not just random fans. These are all real men and good men that's on this phone and on this line. And I jump on here not because I love talking football, but because I genuinely like talking to these guys, man. Real shit.
Ass kicking
that,
over
brother.
years of eradication. Okoye.
I didn't even hear. I heard gears of eradication. I didn't hear the beginning.
Ice and then.
You see, change the quick ass kicking over years of eradication. I got you.
Bruh,
I get it now. I know what you said. Yeah.
I don't even know.
Crazy.
I don't even know. Brother Law Nation, where can they find you, sir?
Yes, man. I'm on multiple platforms, man. Just type in LAW Nation. You should see my name, face, logo. Guy with the beard. Unbelievable beard, by the way.
Oh my God.
Especially on Facebook and Instagram. Y'all check me out and on multiple channels on YouTube. So I love talking Cowboys. I don't like talking Cowboys. I love it. And I really appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. You guys, my dogs out there, man, ready to go to war with me, man. Can I get a war call, a war chat, or something?
Shit, you know
get something, man.
Ain't nothing but a
I
thing.
already know. Put that in that one, man.
Yes,
I need
sir.
it. Yes, let's go.
Ain't nothing but a thing. Get people the hell up out the paint, man. But hey, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. I'm Voch, Koye, Foots, Law Nation. We'll catch y'all next time. Y'all hold it down for the Doski, Wilson, and Peasky Whiskey. Salute.
Factual.
Peace.
Out.